Hi everybody, welcome back to Brew Nation Canada. I am Anthony.
And I'm Mark.
And we are talking about the Ontario craft brewing industry.
Yes.
And this week takes us back to Kingston, Ontario.
Yep. And yeah, we're looking at a new brewery in Kingston.
Yeah, that will be the SanTur Brewing Company.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to telling everybody about it.
All right.
Alright, so I had the pleasure of going to the new SanTur Brewing Company in Kingston, Ontario. They're right in downtown Kingston. They are a very traditional kind of company. So even though the restaurant, it looks very modern in many ways, everything on their tap, their whole line of beers is very traditionally brewed.
So they also do like a food menu?
Yeah, very unique food menu. In fact, they're fantastic. You're going to see something that's very little bit more European looking.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite nice. And
that's pretty different.
Yeah.
A little takeaway from like your traditional pub menu, or is it?
Exactly. It's pub, but it's more like European pub. So it's a bit of a spin. It's not like you would see like your regular kind of like greasy fries and nachos and stuff. They've got something that's a little bit more European pub. So it's quite nice. It's definitely a good place to sit down and have a nice bite to eat. The staff was wonderful. I really look forward to going back, but specifically to sit down and try out their flight of beers, because it's so hard to go through that flight and find issues, because it's back. It's not like new age where people are doing their own unique spins on beers. It's all traditional European recipes on things.
So being a new brewery in that, do they have like just a couple styles, or like for their flights, or is there like multiple?
I think they've got about like six different.
Oh, okay.
6 or 7 different beers on tap, and then I believe they keep 2 guest taps as well, which is quite nice. So they've got a few other companies. So they're very good. One thing I love about the breweries in Kingston is this kind of a cross promotion. Everybody in there isn't about themselves in a big struggle or a power struggle of who's going to be the next craft brewing company. It's very a great sense of camaraderie between these brewers. So they have a tendency, I think they host even Christmas parties recently for other breweries, which is quite cool when you think about it. So
you're saying, like, for traditional style brewing, what do they do to make it more traditional? Like,
they go back to like the original recipes.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's I think they try to source the ingredients that are all traditional ingredients versus ad-lib and pulling out different hops from every area. Like if you're going to get something that's a traditional European hop, they're going to try to get it something from that locale region.
So the different styles, they have like a stout, IPA.
Yeah. In fact, I believe they're working on a new stout, but it's going to be a nitrogen stout versus the carbon dioxide. It'll probably be the closest thing you'll see to that Guinness, because Guinness uses nitrogen, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody else I've ever tasted, or any of the stouts we've done on the show, has used nitrogen. It's always been CO2. So I'm really looking forward to that when it comes out.
Right. No, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So, but before we kind of go on too further into our line, because obviously we're going to have a lot to review as the show progresses.
I'm getting a little thirsty here. Wanted to know, what did you bring us today, Anthony?
Yeah. So today is their traditional English IPA.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So I know some people would say it's a bit of an oxymoron, because an IPA sometimes is kind of that reach out of other area ingredients. So finding the traditional
just looking at it, like, to me, you said IPA, and of course IPAs are usually a lot more of a like orangey, like
it's a darker IPA, right? I mean, true darker. IPAs are very dark. They're very sharp. They really hit the heavy in the hops, slightly bitters. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be hitting something very close to the mark on this.
Yeah, it definitely has a nice hoppy aroma to it. Not getting the citrus. It's all hop.
It's the very unique hops. Like you get that kind of slight citrusy tinge, but at the same time kind of a little bit into the caramels of things, like from the malting process. This one actually has a ABV of 6.0.
Oh, okay.
And I believe
70 IBUs.
70 in the IBUs. So
it's definitely a great hop taste to it. Like as I was saying before, like with the aroma and that, you don't get the normal IPAs around here. Are more like you're having your citrus hops and everything like this. This is just, there's no fruity, no grapefruit, no citrus at all in this. This is all.
It's in every sense, it is truly a traditional. I mean, this is the IPAs that people have a tendency to shy away from because they get so used to the Keiths and that non-traditional IPAs that when they have something like this, they're like, it's bitter, what is going on? And it's not. It's just, this is essentially what an IPA, a real IPA is.
See, and like quite surprising, like with the aroma on that, I was waiting for a real strong kick. It's not that bad. Like it's a nice, smooth, hoppy flavor to it.
Still hits you kind of at the back of the throat. That slight tartness, but beautifully done. And it truly is, in every sense, a real traditional drink, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I don't think I've actually hit an IPA quite like this in some time.
Yeah. And this is even pretty good for, like, I know right now it's a colder weather out. It's
a really cold day today.
It's not really an IPA type of weather right now. And I'm thinking because this is more of a raw or taste to it, and it has a nice strong hop taste to it, it feels like a heartier IPA.
Yeah, it really kind of warms the cockles of your heart.
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty good winter IPA to drink.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it has that heft that you would traditionally see in a little bit of a stout, but it's still very smooth and refreshing that you would get from a regular IPA.
So I'd say for anybody that's missing their IPAs that, you know, like this time of year you kind of stay away from, this is something you should try. I think this would be a great...
I would highly recommend it. Like I really, I can't find anything wrong with this. This is in a sense wonderful. So I mean that really again brings us back to review time.
Yes.
So out of 5, Mark, what are you giving SanTur's English IPA?
You know, I'm really enjoying this. I'm gonna give this a 4.5, and that's that's great. Like I'm definitely gonna go get some more. Like this is great.
It is truly wonderful. It's very smooth. It's very creamy. I can't find a single thing wrong with it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
All right. No, that's great.
In the IPA world, that has hit a true IPA. And it's mark. It's wonderful.
No, I really enjoy this.
Excellent.
Even getting back, like, you kind of brought another thing I was just thinking about with the creaminess. It is a nice, creamy
it's got
IPA.
A wonderful body to it. And it doesn't feel like any ingredients have been cheaped out. Like this is like they have spared no expenses when making this one. It is wonderful. So I highly recommend, if you get a chance to pop by and see all the wonderful people at SanTur Brewing Company in Kingston, Ontario, to definitely go down, try this. If you've got yourself some time, if you're local or if you're staying local and you have a designated driver, sit down, try the flight. You will not be disappointed. And have a bite to eat, and you know, tell them that your friends at Brew Nation Canada definitely said to stop on by, and hopefully we will actually see all of you there at some point.
So I gotta get there.
Yeah, it's a road trip. We've got to go. We got to sit, have a meal.
Yeah,
maybe take the wives out. And
they have a variety of other styles of beer, and if they're even half as good as this, I'm going to be quite enjoying them.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. I can't wait to review some of their other stuff. So,
all right,
excellent. As always, cheers to all of you.
Cheers.
And to you, my friend. Cheers.